Hi guys, this is Dr. Z in the house. Hopefully this message finds you well. I greet you in with Namaste, Hotepu. How you doing? What it do? So I'm going to be offering a reading this week for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the dates of April 16th through April 18th, 2020. So, what is the energy giving for Leo for Sun, Moon, and Rising this week? First energy that I see, I pulled the rune Algiz. Interesting rune. So this rune is associated with Leo's protection. So what is it that is important for me to communicate to the Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising about their protection? So this rune is basically saying that you have to have emotional control. That seems to be a theme a lot, coming up in my readings, but this is the energy or the message for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You must maintain your emotional control as you enter into periods of transition and drastic change. This rune is associated with a spiritual warrior who is entering into battle. And usually this battle is not just against people, but it is a spiritual battle within the self. So what is the message for this rune for you? It's basically saying, remain mindful about right action, meaning you understanding when to act. It's also about right conduct. So it's basically saying if you are aware and in tune of when to act and how to act, then that will assure your protection. Usually this particular rune is associated with an elk, and the elk horns is part of that thing that provides that particular being protection, the horns. So what will ensure your protection is your ability to be able to connect with yourself and be in tune with yourself, be in tune enough and be imbalanced enough to not allow your emotions to take control that and cause you to react in a way that is not rational and the best decision that you can make. So this is saying, remain mindful of timely right action and correct conduct. If you make decisions in the right time frame and you do them in the best way, then this assures your protection. This is the message for this room. This is also energy of protection of loved ones, which is a very Leo type quality. Leos are that energy that they are very protective of things that they view as theirs. I imagine if you are Leo and you love someone a great deal, you view them as a part of your life experience, and so you are going to be on the defense of those that you love. So the rune today speaks to your ability to maintain emotional control as you try to defend your position and defend those that you love. And you do that and you'll be successful in defending and affording yourself and those that you love protection by reacting in a rational, right-minded way. So that's the message for that particular room. So now on to the tarot reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising Leo. So what we're seeing, the first card that I'm seeing is the Moon energy. So this moon card that I see for Leo, Sun, and Moon and Rising basically represents the energy of illusion, or not seeing things clearly as they should be seen in reality. It represents not trusting your judgment or your intuition. So this card speaks to you saying, hey, time to trust your intuition here. Something is not as it appeared to be. Something is not real right now. And so this is asking you to find and understand, decipher that which is not real. This could be something that's a mind frame, a way of thinking. It could be an emotion that is not real. But it is basically saying that this is not the sunlight. You're in the moonlight. And when you're in the moonlight, things are not as clear as they could be. So, in order for clarity to come to you, I feel like this is saying your intuition will be key. So, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This week, your intuition is key. Trust the intuition. And this is also a question of whether seeing is believing. The question is seeing truly believing? And if there is some type of doubt about what you're witnessing, what you're seeing, perhaps it's not real. So the question is, what is the reality? I don't know, I'm seeing the Eight of Pentacles this week for you. Early this week, it's about recognition as a result of your efforts. It's about you applying yourself very hard towards a physical goal in this reality. I don't know if this is applying yourself when it comes to your career and in terms of your profession. If this is applying yourself in terms of the work and the commitment that you have towards your family, or the commitment that you have towards your own success and development. I see you working very diligently and working very hard, and I feel like this work is, at the end of the day, it should be celebrated. So this is the energy of transition into the point of celebration of success, celebration of after all your hard work has been done. You want to be celebrated. This is about reward. I see the Emperor coming through here. The Emperor represents this rigid control. Sometimes the Emperor represents authority. And so this sometimes it's come through in the form of your work in your boss situation. It could come through in the forms of the government and its authority, its rigid rules and order that one must or is compelled to abide by. It could represent the relationship between the father and the child, or an energy that is very strong and dominant. But whatever this imposing dominant energy, it feels like it's gone through some type of transition. There's something that was no longer serving you in that emperor type experience, and now we are. It's some type of resolution, some type of conclusion, because the Wheel of Fortune is here, and the Wheel of Fortune is basically saying, okay, something good is coming. The Death card is here. Okay, something has ended. Something new is beginning. And then I see the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands again is like, it represents like a sense of freedom, a sense of accomplishment. I'm free. So you're free from the Emperor? Is that what this is? You're finally free from this emperor type energy. And that's coming up in this week, in the middle of the week, actually. It's like this emperor, and it's like I'm free in some type of way. And you're probably free now as well as this hangman energy. You know, that's because this hangman lets you know it's like, okay, I have resided myself to, you know, look at the world a little bit differently now, and I have chosen an approach that I think is best for me right now. And this approach portends sacrifice of some sort, but it's a sacrifice that you have chosen to make. And this sacrifice can, in a way, feel like, at the end of the day, a sense of freedom, liberating. But I feel like whatever this is, it's like I'm not the moon. I'm not existing in the moon anymore. I am the king of swords now. So it's like I'm existing in the truth. I'm existing in the reality. I'm existing in the evidence, and I'm using the facts to make a right, reasonable, sound, wise decision. And this wise decision portends abundance, fertility, success in it, existing the Empress. But overall, liberation as a result of you no longer deciding to exist in the moonlight, to no longer deciding to exist in that which is not real, no longer deciding to live in the illusion, but to live in the real, and allowing your intuition to help you to get to that space where you're making decisions from a more practical and emotional space. I don't know, this is also saying that whatever this decision, whatever decisions you make, I feel like for you it's going to feel like a no-win situation. And I say that because I see the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords, it's like, okay, it represents some type of conflict. But in this conflict, it's usually relationships in a way, and there's conflict among individuals. Number one, it portends instability, clashing between individuals, but the victory seems unfair. So no one wins out of this situation. It feels unfair, and but it's more of, I have to look out for me. I have to make sure that I'm good. Even though this is not what I want, at the end of the day, it's not how I had envisioned it. I have to figure out a way to look after and protect minds. And so for someone, it may feel the same, right?